10th
Whoa!
episode, we got a new theme.
Whoa! Surprise!
Matt, happy
Wow.
10th episode.
Tim, happy 10th episode. Welcome to the 10th episode. All you VodPodders out there. I think there's 11, maybe 12. Uh,
We're almost getting to an episode for each of our viewers.
that's pretty cool.
12
And
episodes.
also happy 2020.
Yes, happy New Year. How was your
Happy
how was your New Year?
It's so far so good. The end of 2019 was cool. The beginning of 2020, I got the 2020 vision, you know. I'm seeing great, bright things this year. I see lots of positive stuff for everybody. So,
I agree. I see a lot of positive things for VodPod for sure because my Tubi queue is not going anywhere. So uh, I've got enough movies to last us 5 years, I think.
yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm on the same boat, sailing across the Pacific. Uh, it's gonna be a buckle up. Is all I have to say. It's gonna be a big year for VodPod.
I
This Tubi list is just growing. That's it. It's not going down at all.
and Tubi is growing. They keep adding new stuff, and I'm just so thankful for it.
Yeah, Tubi's the best. I'm gonna go on a limb here. The best streaming service.
I
Tubi.
I agree. You know, in the time that we've started this podcast up until now, do you know how many people I have told? I'm like, "Hey, have you heard of Tubi?" I'm not even making a joke right now. I've literally told people I was like, "Yo, have you heard of Tubi?" And they're like, and like usually, this is exactly what you did to me when you told me about Tubi. I was like, "No, what is that?" And I looked it up and I would show them and I got some like where I'm working right now, I got some guy, he's just like he was looking at Tubi and just I could see him scrolling through everything. He was impressed. I'm impressed. Tubi Tubi for life, really. I'm not even
I,
kidding.
well, I hope Tubi hears this and they know how much we appreciate them on VodPod.
Yes.
Uh, so thank you, Tubi. And I'm gonna just say this real quick before we jump in to the episode. Uh, the pick we have today is called Holiday Hell.
Mm-hmm.
It is a Tubi exclusive.
Oh, I did not
Uh,
know that.
so that's cool, I think. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. I that just made me like this even more. I mean, for the record, I like this movie a lot, but to know it was a Tubi original, that's really cool.
Yeah, I was like that's awesome. It's like exclusively for Tubi that they released it on here. And then now I think it just recently went to Prime, but it premiered and came out on Tubi first
That
before
is
the other
so
anywhere else.
that is so awesome. Congratulations, guys. As
Yeah,
fans of Tubi, that's really cool.
and speaking of movies, have you watched anything lately, Tim?
You know, I saw Star Wars. I thought it was great. Um, wait, what?
I said, "Ooh, I have not seen Star Wars yet."
I will save the conversation because that's not why anyone's here. And you can just go onto YouTube and you can look up anyone talk about Star Wars. But
Yeah.
I thought it was great. But what I really want to just mention really quickly is I rang in the new year. Uh, you know, I celebrated New Year's, then I went to sleep, and then I woke up. It was New Year's Day still. And the first movie that I watched in the new year, 2020, is Bubble Boy with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, Bubble Boy.
uh, I remember when it came out, my parents were like, you're not allowed to see that movie." But
What? Oh, wow.
I don't think anyone in my family knew what it actually was. But watching it now, uh, I could see why maybe it's not appropriate for kids. But it's just a very dated movie. It's not as funny as I remembered it, or remembered what I thought it was going to be like. Um,
Right.
It's one of those ones where it's like a half drama, half comedy. Doesn't really know what it is, and it never really decides throughout the whole movie. But uh, I liked it. I thought it was fun, but I would never see it again. So,
Wow, got it. Hit the
but
nail
we'll,
on the head.
yeah. How about you?
Dang. Um, I watched, oh boy, since our last episode, I haven't watched a ton. It's been a busy season, um, but I did revisit the Christmas Vacation
Oh, classic.
right around the holidays. That's a fun movie. Yeah, classic. That's a good way to put it. We don't have to go into detail. Everyone knows classic.
Yeah, that's
Next,
one of my favorite movies of all time.
good choice. I mean, dude, the humor is on point. It is so funny.
Yeah,
I love those kinds of films. And Chevy Chase, dude, he was prime right then and there.
yeah.
That was his stomping ground. Those films, or the first two, right? If I'm not mistaken. Did he do all?
Embarrass
Or did
Embarrassingly
he do?
enough, I've never seen Vacation, and I've never seen European Vacation. I've never seen
Yeah,
Christmas
he,
Vacation. I'm sorry, I've never seen Vegas Vacation.
yeah,
That'd be so
well, the
weird. I was like, yeah, it's a classic. I've never seen it though.
you should watch the original though. The original is really cool.
I want to see. I just haven't had the opportunity to.
Okay, well, soon enough.
It's not on Tubi.
Yeah, that's where they're slipping up there on that one. But also, real quick, I watched the new Spider-Man movie as well on an airplane recently.
Oh, the
Spider-Man.
one that goes to France.
Yeah, yeah, Far From Home.
How was
I
that?
think did you not check it out?
No, I only saw Homecoming, and I thought
Oh
it was
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, I was the same way about Homecoming. I was like, I like it, but it's not my favorite. And I feel the same way about this one. It was cool, but this isn't a bad thing, but it's not my Spider-Man.
Hmm. I
And that's
I
fine
got
because Tom Holland is very talented. He's a
yeah.
great actor. Um, I really do like him a lot in the role, but I'm just personally not a big fan of the the script. I guess the script, the story, what they're kind of making Peter do, and like what he's made out to be. It's not really my thing.
I'll
Feels a
always
little
be a
thin to,
McGuire guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Maguire. I even like Garfield when he's wearing the costume. I thought he was pretty good at Spider-Man.
Agreed.
Um,
Agreed. He's just a bad Peter Parker.
yeah, it's just his Peter Parker was a little miss. He's a good actor too, but it was a little like they were doing something kind of different again with it. And yeah, but this is fun. But the new ones are fun, but it's just it kind of feels like they're not letting him step outside of the Tony Stark shadow.
Mm.
It's kind of like these new Spider-Man movies almost feel like Iron Man spin-offs in a weird way. And I'm just not about that,
Yeah,
personally.
I kind of agree with you. Um, I I just didn't want, my Spider-Man's in a city. Like, I don't want to see him in like Europe swinging
Yeah,
around. Like that's
it's a
just
good point.
when I picture Spider-Man in my head, it's not that. Um,
You're picturing him down the street from you, you know?
yeah, yeah. Hey, he stole that guy's pizza.
Hey, I'm
Uh,
swinging here. How
I
was my New
I
York accent? Is that bad?
that was no, that was very good. Um,
Yeah, right.
on one thing I wanted to also bring up, and then we can get into the fun stuff, is that I picked up on Black Friday and I still haven't watched it yet. The Assassin's Creed movie with Michael Fassbender. Uh,
Oh, dude, let me know how that is.
I will. I will. I'm really excited to watch it. I just haven't had the moment to watch it where because I really want to like let it all soak in. So
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought I heard people kind of enjoyed it, I thought.
I heard split reviews. I've only played Assassin's Creed 2 and I thought it was it's really fun. Um,
Yeah, those games are fun.
so I'm gonna go into that movie with only my knowledge of the second game, but I think I got a pretty good like grasp on it.
That's
So,
good though.
so we are here to talk about Holiday Hell, the Tubi original from 2019, all the way from last year, November
Oof,
1st. Can you believe
dang. Yeah, I'd step into a time machine to go back that far.
that?
Oof.
You wanna bring us through the very brief synopsis on IMDb?
Yeah, no, it is brief. I like that. Nice and sweet. A mysterious shopkeeper narrates four horror tales, each set during a different holiday.
Hmm.
That's pretty fair. I mean, I would say that generally is like a baseline synopsis of the film.
I think it works because if you've seen the movie, you know that after the fourth tale, you're like, what's this other 15 minutes left of the film? And I thought that was a nice surprise. So I like keeping this vague because if you do end up watching it, you're given a nice surprise at the end.
Right, it's kind of five tales, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got that like, I love
The
when
wrap.
like, yes, I love that. Like, when you have like those anthology films, you're not just watching one thing after the next thing after the next thing with like there's always this like glue in between each one, and this one did it really, really well.
Yeah, in agreement, I guess is what I should have said. Yeah, it's cool when the film has that connective story, that kind of there's a reason that the little chapters of the anthology are all told, they're not just lined up and here's seven shorts all in a row. No,
Yeah.
there's a reason for it.
Well,
And I like that.
we just watched what was that movie? Tasteophobia.
Oh yeah,
Um
Taste of yeah.
and they also did that connective, in between each one. Even if you got two back to back, it still went back to this girl on the couch, and it made
Oh
you
yeah.
feel like, okay, cool, I'm watching like a movie, even though there's four movies within this or whatever. So I totally agree. Like this really kept you kind of in it.
Right. So I mean, without giving too much away, Jeffrey Combs plays the shopkeeper, which is pretty awesome.
What is he from? Why do I feel like I know who that guy is?
I always liked him from Reanimator. He was Herbert. I forget his last name. Herbert something. He's the main guy in Reanimator, and that's a really cool movie. That's a fun movie. Um, but he's also been in actually quite a bit of Full Moon stuff from the '90s on as well, maybe even the '80s. Um, lots of different. I'm trying to think. Of course, I draw a blank now, but I
I
can
mean,
actually pull it up.
I'm looking at his IMDb. Of course, I know of Reanimator. I just haven't seen it. I really embarrassingly should see that. But
I think you like it.
the one movie here that I've seen of his is Would You Rather, which came out. It's like a fake Saw movie, or
How
not.
was that?
I thought it was really entertaining. I saw it because I was intrigued because Sasha Grey was in it.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
and it's a very entertaining, like Saw-ish movie. But I guess I remember him in it.
yeah. He's done a lot of voice work too, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but he was in a ton of good amount of Full Moon, Stuart Gordon stuff as well in the '90s. A lot of different horror. Um, they were one of his like Full Moon. They used him quite a bit. Like I remember seeing the crud. Of course, I'm gonna forget the name like right now, but oh yeah, not Doctor Strange, Doctor Morbid, uh, which was a Full Moon film from the '90s. Might want to say '93 or
I'm
something.
I'm
90,
seeing not 92, yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Mordred, yeah. And yeah, that apparently was supposed to be a Doctor Strange film until the rights got pulled last minute or something.
Oh,
And
okay.
so they had to change a bunch of, kind of the name and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I've always known him from those types of films, but he's a real good actor, and it was cool to see him play the shopkeeper in this one.
He was great.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
The whole movie, like, there's, yeah, I think there's that what, like the way you called it, like that fifth story, which is the one that's like the connective tissue. Uh,
Right.
he, it's there's this weird energy throughout the whole movie. Like, was it just me, or was there a feeling of like, are you afraid of the dark? Like, I felt like I was watching something that was filmed in the late 90s, like 97, 98, on all four of
Yeah.
the films. And I'm not saying this like it's a bad thing. It made me really appreciate, like, they were clearly campy. Like, they were intentionally campy, but they were all done really well, and the stories were very unique. And I think for me it reminded me of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And specifically, which is weird, Creepshow 2 it reminded me of.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Creepshow 2 is good.
Yeah, Creepshow 2 had that little bit more like TV quality uh production value. And
I'm glad you said that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I think that's what it was, is like, yeah, it has a 90s TV vibe.
yeah. And it
Like
worked.
especially and of course I forget the name. If I asked Alexis, she would probably know. But there was the store that they filmed the whole wraparound in. That's a store in Burbank.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was wondering
If I'm
about
not
that.
mistaken, it's Burbank, or might even be Hollywood area. I forget. It Yeah, it might have been like North Hollywood around there. But there was a coffee shop nearby that I had gone to when we first were out here. And it was like an evening, and then we checked out that store, and they had said something about how things get filmed there every here and there. And then watching this movie, and I'm like, oh wow, there it is, that store. It's a cool
That's
store. They had a lot of
it is.
this different unique taxidermy, the dead bugs and stuff that's framed, and skulls, and all sorts of kind of cool oddities and necromance. Sorry. Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it's called. I think that's what it's called.
What what's it called?
It's called necromance,
Oh, cool.
and that's the store's name. So there you go. There's a filming location now for all you movie buffs there.
The To Be original filming location.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up too, that it was a real store, because I was wondering that. And I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, the first short, I think it's called Doll Girl or Doll Face or something. Um,
Right.
I was a little bit nervous. I'm not like, not because I didn't think it was good, but like I was like, okay, I was kind of assessing what we were kind of getting ourselves into. They were filming within a house, clearly. It was a real house, it's not a set. Um, and I was a little bit nervous, like in terms of the makeup qual, like, I don't know. I was just like a little bit like, okay, I just got to set myself up for what this is. And
Right.
at the end of that short, I was like, oh shit, like this is actually like this is really good. And then when they did I think the one after that is the Santa Claus one, right? Or is that the
Oh,
third one?
yeah, Santa was the third one. The second one was the doll, the actual, the rabbi doll.
Oh, okay, okay. That one also, I was kind of like, okay, all right. I thought that the way again started out where I was like, oh, okay, let's see what this is, and then at the end, I was like, oh, that was really good.
Right.
Like they won me over every single time, but I think for me, my favorite one was the Santa Claus one. Production
Yep.
value, location, um,
Yep.
uh,
Actors.
acting. Oh, the Santa Claus guy was
So that
excellent.
dude, and that leads me to my next question. This gets me so excited because did you recognize who that was without looking it up right now?
No.
That is Bill Murray's brother.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Joel Murray. He's awesome. He's awesome too.
He's a great actor, and
Yeah,
that
wasn't he good in that?
it was. I thought that was the best one.
Yeah, that was my favorite one
They
too.
covered a lot of ground too. Like, I think specifically, I want to like call out like whether it was a simple location like a house where they just used that one thing, like the first two skits, or the last two, which they went out and about and they filmed in different locations. They both had me entertained, and they both had me like scratching my head until the very end, like not knowing where they were gonna go.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, man, with the third one too, it just like it had that building like boiling point kind of feeling where it's just like, oh God, when's he gonna snap? You know?
Oh, they really put him through the ringer.
Yeah.
That first extended scene where they're talking on the bed and he's just getting shit on repeatedly.
Yeah,
I
dude.
was like, that was very effective. So what was your favorite one? Was it the Santa Claus one?
I would say so, yeah. Santa probably followed by, honestly, if I had to pick, probably Santa followed by the wraparound.
Yeah,
Um, Especially like the conclusion of the wraparound was really cool. Like the ending of the whole film itself, I thought was done in a fun, kind of cool way. Um, Dark, you know. But
fun is a really good word to use for this because it was serious, but also it was like it had that level of like fun twist at the end. Like every time they went to the wraparound scenes, I always appreciated like the purple lighting that they used. And there was
yeah,
all this like weird lighting, and then I loved all the acting, like all the actor choices, like the casting for that last
yeah,
scene and everything. Like it was they just they wanted to do it and they did it and they hired the people to do it and everyone was really into it. Like you could tell like everyone in this movie really wanted to be a part of it. Um,
yeah.
which I thought that added a lot to it.
That's a really great point because I was wondering like all things considered, lower budget film, it's exclusive to Tubi. Well, how many days do you think they got Jeffrey Combs for to do that wraparound? I wonder.
I would guess that they filmed all of those all of those that's like all one scene, like one day because I feel like I would love to know how this movie came about, to be honest, because when I was watching it, I texted you. I was like, I'm halfway through. Not a lot of holiday, but definitely a lot of hell. And then I got to the Santa Claus one, and I started seeing like this does take place during Christmas time, but some of the shorts within the film don't really have a lot to do with Christmas itself. So I was curious to see like were was the wraparound story uh figured out after they shot all of these short films and then they put them together to make it about this woman coming in to buy a how like a Christmas gift or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right.
how
Like,
was this the original intention all along?
right. I feel like it may have been after the fact. A lot of these anthologies, I think, kind of do develop later where they get like three or four shorts and they're like, these are great. Now let's release them all as a big movie, but we need something to wrap around to.
Yeah, like
So,
how do we tie them all together? And I thought actually that was the one of the coolest things about this. Instead of having each short be completely concluded in within its own short film. I loved that they would stop it short and then come back to the wraparound, and then the two characters would tell the ending of the story once you're looking back at, like they never showed the Santa Claus guy how he ended up dying. They told you
Right.
about it after they went back to the store and they're looking at the
Yeah.
suit. I loved that.
No, definitely agreed. So maybe in that sense too, that it was pre-planned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, because I would love to
Tough.
know that it was, because I thought it was a really interesting idea, but it definitely was a little light on the poster is overt Christmas and holidays, and
Right.
I definitely think that it passed the poster test for me at least. I actually like the one on IMDb much more than the one that's on Tubi. Um,
Oh
but
yeah, me too.
but I think that it's a little misleading, even though it's not, because it is about Christmas still and like, holidays and all that stuff. But
Right. Yeah, it doesn't like the first one. Was it just supposed to take place over the holidays or something? The first one when all the friends go to the house?
I couldn't. I don't. Unless I missed something, I didn't see a holiday connection. I guess it is over the holiday break.
Yeah, but I
Um,
agree though that one didn't really feel much. The second one, I thought they were kind of trying to go for like a Hanukkah thing.
yeah, I think the first line opens where they're like, "Happy like last day of Hanukkah."
Yeah,
Um,
or something like that, right?
yeah, and then the third one's definitely Christmas. Um, and the fourth one, I think the only connection to holidays is it's about the winter solstice.
Mm-hmm. Right. The fourth one. The fourth one was interesting too, but that one didn't get grab me quite as much as the third and the second one. You know, the Santa and the Rabbi doll.
Same. I thought the fourth one, the only thing I liked about it was the locations and how many different places they went to go shoot. Um,
Definitely, that was cool.
and I thought the main actress was like really good too.
Yeah, it was a little creepy though too at the end. I
Yeah.
thought so.
So, Holiday Hell, really good choice.
Thanks,
Did
man. Yeah,
you
no, I had a fun time with this.
you got any closing words on it?
Oh my God, holiday hell. Come for the holiday, stay because you're in hell. Something like that.
What's this in my box? Oh, it's a hatchet.
Yeah. Oh, merry holidays. Here's a hatchet.
I liked it. I was very surprised at how much I was like engaged in it. So
Yeah,
that's
it won me over.
same.
And real quick, I'm saying this to you and to anybody else that watches Holiday Hell. If you do like the actor Joel Murray, who's in the Santa short, um, definitely seek out and look up the film he's in called God Bless America. He's the lead in that movie, and it's a pretty wild film.
When is it from?
It's got to be 5 years ago, probably. It's on
Oh,
Blu-ray and DVD now, so straight to video movie. Um, really cool movie though. Makes you think.
I like the
Not like
poster.
not like I would, you know, do what he does in that movie, but it's just like one of those movies that has a bizarre sense of humor, and you're just like watching it, and you're just like, wow, they, wow, yeah, the MPAA probably hated them for this one. You know, like just the whole approach of what kind of happens in the whole movie is very interesting.
I
But
wonder if that inspired them to cast him as the Santa Claus.
they might have. They might honestly. I got that vibe a little bit when I started watching the short that he's in for Holiday Hell. But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on it.
It looks awesome. I would definitely check this out.
That's
Is
awesome, dude.
is that on Tubi?
Ooh, dude, it actually might be. I feel like I should check it out. But yeah, did you have any picks for the next episode?
Um, I it's not on Tubi, by the way. Uh, uh,
Oh,
I do have a pick. Um, so I was originally gonna do something from Tubi, but then I was looking on Netflix, and I saw that, and the only reason I'm picking this is because we talked about it when it got announced or something, or like when they announced it was going to be released, like a couple months ago. Uh, and I'm gonna choose 2019. It came out last year. It's called Doom Annihilation. It is a straight to DVD Doom movie. Uh, I don't think it's a sequel to the Doom movie with The Rock and Carl Urban. Um, I think it's
oh,
just a standalone Doom movie. Uh, and I think it's kind of fitting because over the break on my Nintendo Switch, I bought Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. It's like a remaster.
damn! You got that?
Yeah, and I'm having a blast with it. And I've always loved Doom. I've always loved like those old, DOS or like, older first person shooters. So this
Yeah.
seems to have that. I don't know, they seem to be going for like the newer Doom look. I don't know, but I'm into it. I like those kind of games. I like the original Doom movie. So let's check this out.
Definitely. Doom Annihilation. I'm so down for this. This is gonna be a fun one. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping, can we get our fingers crossed here? Are we gonna get The Rock to show up in this one? I'm hoping he gets a cameo.
Oh man, I hope so.
I'm hoping I'm gonna be let down if The Rock's not in this movie. Just saying it now,
I
Tim.
definitely
I'm
need
just kidding.
Hobbs in this movie.
Yeah, and if we could get Shaw in there, that would be pretty cool too.
I mean,
Might as well just put both of them in it, Hobbs and Shaw.
I'm I'm flipping through the thumbnails in this movie. There's 70 thumbnails on IMDb, and I have to
Whoa,
say, it looks fucking awesome. So she's
hell yeah.
hold like there's a thumbnail number 19 of 70. She's holding a BFG. Like
Whoa.
I'm fucking into this. So let's hope it's fun.
This is gonna be awesome.
I just want them to have fun. That's all I want in this movie.
Yeah, as long as it's fun, we all win, you know?
Agreed. Agreed.
So
Awesome.
yeah, I can't wait to watch this. Maybe I'll
Doom.
watch it now.
I just watched it by flipping through the 70 thumbnails on IMDb.
You got
They're
your
actually,
Cliff Notes.
yeah, they're actually chronological. Um, so Matt, Happy New Year, my friend. I'm really
Happy
glad
New
that
Year.
we got this going up again.
Yeah, no, likewise, very excited to be on VodPod with my buddy Tim talking about movies. Like, what's better than that? I can't think of too much. So I'm in it for the long haul. I can't wait for the next episode because it's gonna be Doom. It's gonna be Doom.
Don't
That's
watch
all.
the don't watch no, you got to write in Doom Annihilation or you're going to end up watching the
Oh,
first Doom. Did you
oh
already
yeah.
start it?
Oh, dude, I was just getting excited. I saw The Rock. Ah, it's all fake.
Yeah,
No.
you're like he is in this movie. I
Wrong
told you.
movie.
All
Yeah,
right,
no,
man.
I'm stoked to do this. Thanks so much for having me, Tim.
Thank you. Thanks for showing up.
Oh, anytime, dude. I can't wait to see what theme songs episode 20 brings us.
Oh man. I honestly I can't tell.
I don't know
But
how we're gonna top this.
episode 11, it's gonna be a good one.
All right, Tim. Well,
All
I'm gonna
right,
let
man.
you go. I appreciate it. This was a
Happy
lot of fun.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my friend. VodPod 2020. Vote for us in the election coming up.
Give us a Webby award.
the razzle or whatever those are called, Razzies.
Razzie, yeah. Yeah,
Give
we
us a
definitely
Razzie.
won.
All
All
right,
right.
well, take care. Thank you, VodPodders. Have a great night.
Thanks for listening, everyone.